Blog post. It's going to temporarily pause new Ethereum and ERC20 token deposits during the so-called merge, right?
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And of course, guys, I come back with a video just to make you think. And we have Coinbase comes out and says it's going to pause Ethereum and ERC20 tokens. And guys, we know this is going to hit the market. Even though it's a short period, you're not going to have any volume. Not your financial advisor, not financial advice. Please do your own research. But Coinbase is not going to be the only one doing this. It's going to be a lot of money moving around during this short period. And guys, remember, this is Shemitah year. We definitely have to be on the lookout, and don't forget September marks the new year. And I told you cryptos would have a crash during the first quarter. I told you it was going to bounce in June, and I'm telling you now, towards the end of September and beginning October, we'll take another pullback and then slightly get some relief in October because there are no rate hikes. But remember, guys, we have midterms. The Hegelian dialectic is going to be turned up. They're going to create an event that they will be able to rise for the next 2 to 3 years. And remember, I told you, if the debt ceiling is not raised to unlimited selling, the government is definitely going to shut down next year. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. Because, guys, they have to build this fourth industrial revolution where the robots, algorithms, and drones take over the economy and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. You have a wonderful day.
This is the merge is the migration from proof of work to proof of stake for Ethereum. It's supposed to be on or around September 15th. And I think there are just some questions about, it is fairly, if not commonplace, it is a feature of various cryptocurrencies that you have these kinds of merges periodically, or you have splits periodically as well. And so maybe there's some concern that if they're pausing, is Coinbase not ready for prime time when it comes to these kinds of events? I don't know, but the shares are down quite sharply here.
The concern seems to be around the number of prospective hacks even that might take place, or the prospective scams that might take place as well. They outline that for the Coinbase users to be more aware, even that if someone was offering, leading up to the merge, they were saying not to send your Ethereum or your Ether to anyone in attempt to upgrade to ETH2, as there is no ETH2 token. So you need to know that. And then they're also saying that the assets will be safe, secure during this period, no action required to actually upgrade on end users' part.
So that seems kind of like a good thing if they're trying to take precautions.
Right. Well, I wonder what chapter this falls under. Remember they broke down their earnings release about a week ago. I wonder what chapter. Maybe this is chapter 15.
You loved the chapters.
I did.
This year, they've been pouring millions into cryptocurrencies and lenders over the last year. Now they're also some of the biggest losers. But with Bitcoin and Ether staging a bit of a comeback over the last few weeks, Kanye has the story changed once again. It's acting, as it always has, like a risk asset. But Bitcoin hitting 25K.
Yeah.
Where do we go from here?
Where do we go from here? The way that I think about this is it feels a little bit like 2000. And what that means is we may have just come out of an asset bubble in crypto. And it took eBay 3 years to recover from their highs, but then they ended up going 10x. It took Amazon 8 years, and they ended up going 150x. It took Oracle 14 years, and so I think that there's going to be a recovery from some. Cisco never recovered.
Thank you. I was just about to go there with you.
Cisco never recovered.
And there were some you never even heard of again because they went bust.
The majority of them went bust. And that's actually what's going to happen here, and that's what's happening here, is you're seeing the bankruptcies coming, you're seeing the deleveraging coming, you're seeing a lot of the unwinding of the activity that was happening over the course of the last 3 years, where so much of crypto, particularly in DeFi, was so over-levered with each other and so insular, and you're seeing a lot of that unwinding happening, and the fundamental value is now going to have to interact with the rest of the assets in the real world.
So what is the fundamental value? Because I know you guys are still investing, like many other VCs, taking this as an opportunity to continue to get into the space if it is going to be like the internet and hugely profitable and successful one day. What is that fundamental value? 4
pieces: composability, immutability, decentralization, and efficiency. And in each one of those, they actually are in tension with the others. And those are all somewhat philosophical, but what that means is we're building a new type of internet stack. Right. And that takes a while, and that needs to be, frankly, subsidized, in some cases via a productive bubble.
Has anyone achieved it yet?
I believe that there are a number of green shoots where you're seeing that real activity. A couple of decentralized exchanges are fundamentally substantially more composable and immutable, and you look at what FTX is doing and how they're trying to think about commodities in a totally different way. You think about companies like Goldfinch, what they're doing for cross-border lending in a different way. I see there are green shoots there, absolutely.
We're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go, but clearly we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort. And China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids' books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.